Hey guys, Fever91, and I'm bringing you the next part of the Steven Universe theory. In my last video, which if you didn't watch, you can click on the card at the top right corner, I ended saying I was going to talk about a more popular theory, and I will. This theory has to do with what happened to Blue Diamond. Now, Blue Diamond was the leader of the invasion on Earth. We know it lasted about 1,000 years, and the crystal gems eventually won. But how did they win? How did they get the homeworld gems to leave? I mean, it was 1,000 years. You don't just leave after 1,000 years of fighting. Now, I think I know what happened, but let's just work out the evidence before I actually get to the conclusion of the theory. When Steven takes Peridot to the kindergarten, she says that when it was discovered that Earth was no longer a viable colony or something along that lines. Now, something had to make it no longer a viable colony for them to give up all those resources just for a geoweapon, as Peridot would say. I mean, it doesn't make sense. You try to colonize the Earth, and when Peridot showed us the colony on the moon base, it looked like this was going to be an epic colony. Like this was going to be almost like no other, basically. You don't just fight for 1,000 years and then be willing to give up all that resources you were fighting 1,000 years for unless something happened. So I believe something big had to happen at the end of the war. Something huge. And what was that? I think Rose defeated Blue Diamond. Now, there's a picture which shows Rose fighting someone who could be Blue Diamond. It looks like Blue Diamond. Could be. Not sure if it is. But what I'm saying is that I think this is how it went. They fought for 1,000 years. Rose eventually got enough followers to actually challenge Blue Diamond's army. And they fought. Eventually, Rose and Blue Diamond fought. Rose defeated her, bubbled her, and brought her to the moon base. Now, why would she bring her to the moon base? Because only she, Pearl, and Lion know where the moon base is. Based on my interpretation of the scenes we've seen so far. Because even though they do have that room in the basement where they harvest gems, I believe Rose thought, no, Diamond is too risky to keep with the other gems. So I think Rose put her in the moon base by herself, knowing that only she, Pearl, and Lion, based on what I've interpreted from the scenes I've seen, knew about. And that will prevent her from maybe reforming and maybe someone else coming in and getting her, since that location seems to be only known by a few. And that's what I think. That's what I think happened. I think that the big thing that happened at the end of the war was Blue Diamond being bubbled. And that's what caused the other homeworld gems to leave. And now her bubble is in the moon base. Well, that's my theory. Tell me what you guys think about it. Do you guys think this bubble is Blue Diamond? Do you guys think that's what ended the war, Blue Diamond being bubbled? And remember, this is just a theory, so I could be completely wrong. But I'm still not done. In my next episode, I plan to talk about a particular gem who may know more about this than she's leading on. But that's for next episode. Thank you for watching, and may God bless you all.